yeah. Do, 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 do. What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing today? Willie, you son of a gun, thank you so much for that, man. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me, brother. Hope you guys are doing just fine on this lovely Tuesday as we are getting closer to one of the greatest holidays of all time. That is Christmas. I can't think of a better holiday, to be honest. I literally can't. The Zima's on ice. There's good vibes in the air. Nothing but good things everywhere. Hope everyone is doing good. Hope everyone is doing swell and all that good stuff. Just make sure I got everything. Get in the chat. Say what's up. Say hello. I have a bunch of silly videos and some serious videos and all that good stuff to get through today, as today is the day of all days that will be a day. We'll start off with some of the most insane news I saw. Let me just fix my OBS. Get this all situated. What's going on with this Christmas movie selection? Jacob, what's up, man? Zima-dation! Everyone would be drinking your Zimas, staying hydrated this Christmas. Staying incredibly hydrated, almost too hydrated, with some of the best Zima there is out there. We will single-handedly bring back Zima to this world. After all, this world needs more Zima in it. You can't just have alcoholic beer. You need to have borderline disgusting non-alcoholic beer as well. You gotta have it all. You can't just have the minimum stuff. You know what I mean? Make sure to drop a like if you're watching this live, please. It helps out with the algorithms, as they say. I'm just double checking a couple of things. Zima Nation. Okay. Perfect. Let's get into some of this news immediately as I saw this. It's just so silly. We live in an insane time. Stacey Abrams. Campaign in debt after blowout loss. Nothing says like we should have elected you to run our terrible system that is the government and how they spend, like being in debt over taking an L after raising more than $100 million. Imagine raising $100 million and then being in debt. I don't even know what I would do with $100 million myself. I don't know what I would do with $1 million myself, let alone 100 of them. She raised more than $100 million in her second bid to the Georgia governor. The Stacey Abrams campaign owes more than $1 million in debt to vendors. Two-time campaign manager Lauren Groh-Wargo confirmed to Axios. Abrams has been heralded for her fundraising prowess, which is so stupid, and donations as a presidential level earlier this year, which are the way in which we fundraise our politicians is literally insane. It's so much money to run that the average person, if they are not backed by corporate media and whatever R or D is in front of their name, it's not even worth it to this point. That goes to show how corrupt the Democrat campaigns really is. Well, especially some of their beautiful and brave campaigns are elected people, the people they push for you, saying, these are the people in which you want to run the world. These are the people you can trust. After all, haven't you seen her on Jimmy Kimmel? These are good things. But money became so tight that that most of the 180 full-time staffers were giving an abrupt paycheck cutoff date just a week after the November election. Hey, you can't stay here, but you can't get out of here. People have been told they have no idea how they're going to pay the rent in January, which is like so, because she's from the party that constantly bitches and complains about how, these corporations can't just pay a living wage. Except for her own campaign. Hey, we had $100 million. We don't know what to do. We had 180 full-time staffers. Probably people were getting paid too much money, but I digress. It was more than unfortunate. It was messed up, said one former staffer. Hey, I thought I was in this job for life, man. Groh-Wargo told Axios that a caveat of negative press and negative polling made fundraising difficult in the final months. Yes, it's the press fault. It's because they've been painting her in a negative light. It's not that the politician herself is a terrible candidate. It's the press. As always with these Democrats, you can literally put up anyone they want. They don't even have to speak. They don't even have to be cognitively all there. The press will back them and tell you they're beautiful and brave, and you need to just shove it down your throat. Most of the money likely went to covert offshore. Who knows where this money is? But, with campaign donations, all politicians are sketchy when it comes to that. We don't know where it went. It went to a fund at some point, like Mitch McConnell's campaign funds. Like, where does this money come from? We did not just lose, we got blown out, she said. It was a most suboptimal situation to be in. And we are dealing with the situation for some time. What are they saying? Of course, I have loved to do a lot of things differently, Groh said, but I have to move fast as possible. We tried our best to make sure that help would be there for folks. Just a little bit more breathing room. If companies this holiday just gave their employees just a little bit more breathing room, they could get by. I figured 100 million. They should be able to pay me until December. Yeah, you would think so. Nope. November. Bye. Oh, so this beautiful and brave woman. It's just like, the irony is so insane when you have these kind of folks who constantly tell corporations or small businesses that, hey, you should pay these people a living wage. And then you ask them to do the same thing with $100 million. We can't make it through the end of the year. Sorry, we're different. We don't actually practice what we preach. Because a budget is a hard thing. You have to read. You have to come up with some things. You can't just throw things out, and you have to actually come up with something. I think this is this tweet purposely summarizes so many people in politics and government in general when it comes to budget. As a CEO, if I give my employees 9 months, and he's talking about the omnibus spending bill. If I give my employees 9 months to come up with a budget and their product was a $4,000 page monstrosity that I had 40 hours to decide on, my company would no longer exist, but that's how our government does business every year. It's such a corrupt government. I mean, and the more we keep finding out about what's going on with Twitter files and stuff like that, I know people are so concerned about Twitter hacking and Twitter spying on you. What about our own FBI and Twitter? It's different. It's not China. It's America. So we don't care as much, says every Republican, it seems like. What a game plan-y. What? Open eyes for... Far Secret. I have no idea. Is that inglese? Inglese, por favor? Sí, inglese. It's 2018. Dude, I have no idea, Far Secret, what the heck you're talking about. I'm trying to follow your logic, and I don't know what's going on, but I love it. Keep it coming, because I am genuinely confused about what's going on. Speaking of censorship, I don't know if you watched Elon Musk today. He came out and asked Adam Schiff, as outgoing chair of House Intelligence, did you approve the hidden state censorship in direct violation of the Constitution of the United States, Adam Schiff? And then Adam Schiff's response, I don't support censorship or hate speech, which he doesn't answer the question. As for outgoing CEO of Twitter, how about you? Which is funny. It's like, I think all these like leftists think like because he put out a poll, that means he's going to actually do it. It's so ridiculous. Why not do more to stop slurs against black people, LGBTQ people, Jewish people, and others? Do you commit to providing the public with actual answers and data, not just tweets? And this is the most annoying thing about so much of what goes on in politics, is that people will just say these things. Hey, there's an abnormal amount of hate speech for this group of people. And they'll not back it up whatsoever. They'll not provide you with facts. They won't provide you with proof. They'll just say, hey, this is an accepted point of view. This is an accepted truth. And for you to say otherwise, well, you're going against the science. And that is a hate crime. Dude, Far Secret. Dude, what the frick? I don't know what's going on, man. Okay. I'm about to finish up with politics because I have so much more to talk about rather than just politics the entire time. I want to laugh and enjoy some of this stuff, and we got a lot more cultural stuff to get through. I saw this video of Mitch McConnell today, and I feel like this video perfectly sums up what's wrong with him and so many Republicans, and why people think that like a massive red wave will actually solve everything. Here is Mitch McConnell talking about what is the number one priority for Americans.
Making sure the Defense Department can deal with the major threats coming from Russia and China, providing assistance for the Ukrainians to defeat the Russians. That's the number one priority for the United States right now, according to most Republicans. That's sort of how we see the challenges confronting.
I just realized my microphone isn't up that loud, and I apologize. Let's try that one more time.
Making sure the Defense Department can deal with the major threats coming from Russia and China, providing assistance for the Ukrainians to defeat the Russians. That's the number one priority for the United States right now, according to most Republicans. That's sort of how we see the challenges confronting the country at the moment.
Providing assistance to Ukrainians to defeat the Russians is the number one priority for the United States right now, according to most Republicans. Do you feel like that is the number one priority in your life right now? Do you feel like you're hurting and suffering and you hear this administration constantly talk about providing just a little bit more breathing room is really the number one priority? In your eyes, providing more assistance? We have over $100 billion already sent. What's the final number? Why does it always have to be America that saves the world? And at the same light, they talk about how evil of an empire we are. How evil of a country we are. We're the most evil, corrupt country in the world. And at the same time, providing assistance for an also corrupt country. Makes sense, though. Good. You know, if I live in a box, if I live in a small apartment the rest of my life, I can't afford anything. As long as we just keep shelling out money. Now, we don't have to, as Majority Taylor Greene puts out an amendment to say, hey, we should figure out where some of this money goes. Then you had Democrats, apparently Republicans the same, say, now's not the time to audit where this money goes. Why? That thing that happened last week with that Democrat guy saying, now's not the time to actually get into where and why we're sending money to these people. It's just not precedent. It's not worth it. It's not important to do. If that's not the most corrupt answer, the most insane answer, I don't know what is. That is a simple ask to say, hey, we would like to know where we're sending our money, says Majority Taylor Greene, who not everyone likes. And I can understand there are some things you love about her, some people hate about her. But that seems like a genuine question. And it's more insane that our own government says it's none of your damn business. It's a right to know. And you don't have a right to know. And it's funny, you hear all these same people talk about like, well, it's our money going to the government, so they should tell us. They don't care about that. They don't care. They don't think it's your money. They vote on their own salaries. It's like, but again, Mitch McConnell says the number one priority, it's not going to be the border crisis. It's not going to be inflation. It's not going to be our energy crisis, food crisis. It's giving Ukrainians more money. That's on the top of the Mitch McConnell and Republicans' minds, except for the fringe ones that actually say things like Majority Taylor Greene says, hey, we should audit. I don't understand how any logical thinking human being, whether you're on the right or the left, would be against that. It's literally the most insane thing ever. I wish we can audit a lot of our departments. CIA, FBI, CIA especially. You're never allowed to know what's going on in that organization. Hey, because it's international. It's more important. Right? Is hire, give, fever, look after my country, English, black for you, sorry for my language. Far secret. I'm just trying to read your text, your comments on YouTube, and I'm just trying to understand what it means. Is that now your cars? I'm working government and food, vlogs and business. Are you dream speak? Dude, it's so hard. I'm doctor myself. I'm checking him. Dude, what the frick is going on? Okay, I'm gonna keep going. I just saw this being passed around. May we say a prayer for Elizabeth Hurley. Elizabeth Hurley is stranded at Antigua Airport with no food, no water, taxis, or hotels offered yet. And her plane is delayed for 20 hours. Will she be okay? Will there be anyone to rescue her or comfort her in this time? Who will stand up and be kind to this person? I know it's going to take a lot out of you. It's going to take a lot for you to do it. But may someone in Antigua stand up and give Elizabeth Hurley your room and your clothes off your back. Amen. London knows that. Okay. Too far. I don't want to block you because you seem like a nice guy, I think, based on what I'm reading. But at the same time, I have no idea what you're saying in my chat. I have no idea. And I like to actually communicate with my chat. I'm one of those psychotic individuals who take time out of their day to actually read like chats that aren't just super chats. So, what are you typing, dude? I want to follow you, but I can't. That is ISIS. I'm starting to wonder. Is it? I will. Okay. Proby Baxter, what's up? I don't know if I've ever seen you in my chat before. I'm in a word select full man. I'm in a word select full man. I don't know what that means either. But I want to be gelling with you, man, but I'm so confused what the hell's going on. Okay. Speaking of laughing. I don't know if you've seen this video, but ALICIA Silverstone strips down in PETA ad and implores clueless America to don't be a prick and wear vegan. See, Republicans, as Mitch McConnell, their number one concern is giving more money to Ukraine. But her number one concern is making sure you wear vegan clothes. Let's get into it.
If it takes me getting naked for you to care about animals, and that is what I'm after.
God, I just freaking hate our celebrities so much. If it takes me getting naked for you to vote for Republicans, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to strip naked and I'm going to I'll do whatever it takes.
If it takes me getting naked for you to care about animals, and that is what I'm after. Today, I'm doing a photo shoot with PETA. I never, ever get naked in TV, in film, nothing. Never. Nope. But I've done it for PETA because that's how much it matters to me.
It's not enough for me just to talk about how much it matters to me. I need to show you my body. I need to show you my private parts so you get how serious I am.
There's this idea that leather is somehow better for the earth. But what they don't realize is the amount of resources, water, food, oil for transport, the amount of energy that goes into making leather is extraordinary.
Right. And plants don't require anything. You just put them in the ground. And you just... I don't know. You just do something. This is like such a clown show.
It's just not sustainable. The earth can't handle it. I have found really good materials that are natural. They're using mushroom leather, they're using pineapple leather, cactus leather, which is why we did this in a cactus field today. And I think that's incredible. My dream is to get these earth-friendly vegan materials into the hands of the greatest designers. I really like the merge of being conscious of no animals' skins, but also being conscious of the earth because we all have to live in it, the animals and us, and without it, we're screwed. And we also want a healthier life.
Yes.
So I'd rather go naked than wear animals.
I'd rather go naked than... God. What the frick, dude? I just, like, celebrities, I feel like they have no idea what it's like to be you and me. They have no idea what it's like to kind of think about a budget. Worry about paying for your rent, your mortgage. They just like, why isn't everybody just wearing vegan? Because it's really expensive. Yeah. But is there really a dollar value limit to you just knowing where your clothes came from? If your clothes came from a cactus, wouldn't you feel better about putting it on your body every day? Wouldn't you look at your clothes just a little bit different? See, my dad used to always talk about just a little bit of breathing room at the kitchen table. He would say, Joey, you know, people are really struggling this Christmas, and an important thing to do is to wear vegan. To make sure your vegan is ethically and sustainably created and made for your pleasure. No, I know that you're struggling to put food on the table for your whole family and you're looking at the gas prices and wondering if they're going to continue to go up, but you need to wear vegan, and I will strip naked for you to see everything. And I don't normally do that. I will strip naked so that you can finally realize why wearing vegan clothes is worth it. Strip naked. I will do it. I will promise. I will do whatever it takes. Let's hear it one more time because I think it's important.
If it takes me getting naked for you to care about animals, and that is what I'm after.
You know what? At first, I wasn't going to be like excited about wearing vegan clothes. But now that she's willing to get naked, now I'm just like, oh my God, of course I'm going to buy vegan clothes. Of course I'm going to do it. Now that I've seen those babies, I'm going to do it. And again, how could you not? I mean, this makes you want to wear vegan. I prefer my clothes where they are made in sulfuric acid. Who doesn't love a good cow hug? Yeah, exactly. Me neither. She's clueless. That was a good one. I'll give you 10 points. 10 points for Proppy. Baxter, I see what you did there. You son of a bitch. I think she wear human skin leather. Does seeing this now make you want to wear vegan? Does seeing this now finally change your white supremacist mind off of the most disgusting clothes you've ever put on your body, like from cotton? Who are these people? Okay, first of all, she starts talking about wearing leather. Who are these people that wear leather? Besides people with like leather chaps, which I obviously wear to work every single day. Because if it takes me showing my butt cheeks to work to get you in leather, I'll do it. God. If you need to see my tuchus so that you will finally put on the leather pants that you've been dreaming about putting on, your butt looks so good in those pants. You don't even get it. That's gross. I was kidding, but some clothes on, lady. Hold on. We are talking about naked Alicia Silverstone now, or Alicia Silverstone back in Aerosmith video days. Now, we're talking about now. And Madonna's like, ooh, me too. I'm next. No, please, God, keep your clothes on, freaking Madonna. Judas Priest fans wear a lot of weather. Yeah, me too. Leather is fine for to wear. LOL. It's putting the whole animal to good use. Yeah. Amen. And make sure I know we have a lot of men in my chat. Make sure you're using vegan leather wallets for your pleasure. Somebody wrote on the bottom, she's still hot. You can make armor out of leather. That's true. And in many video games as well. But, as she says, don't be a prick. Wear vegan? That doesn't even rhyme. I feel like that's like such a terrible way to like push your don't be a prick. Don't wear leather like a dick. I mean, I feel like that would have been better. Don't be a prick, wear vegan. Buy cactus, mushroom, or apple leather instead. Again, I feel like I need to hear this one more time.
If it takes me getting naked for you to care about animals, and that is what I'm after.
Me too. Guys, if it takes me getting naked for you to finally subscribe to my YouTube, then that is what it takes. God. Subscribe to my OnlyFans, link in the description below. It's also renewable. The polyurethane leather is toxic for the environment and decays over thousands. Oh, there you go. Since when can you make apple leather? I don't know. I didn't even know apple leather was a thing. Plus cactus leather or mushroom leather. I feel like those would have like some funky. Besides apple, I feel like mushroom leather would have like a really funky smell to it. And maybe I mean, call me crazy. Just don't call me Shirley. You know what I mean? All right, let's go to our next video that just gives me so much cringe. I saw this video. She just wants us to touch. She just wants us to get in touch with nature while ignoring nature. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's just like, get in touch with nature. God. Get in touch with nature while dismissing the use of nature with more cactus. You know what I mean? Let's get rid of more cows. Let's kill them so they have no use. Let's get rid of them and just put soy everywhere. Soy in my butt. Oh, okay. I won't call you Shirley, but you didn't say anything about me not calling you. Okay. You know, I put Far Secret in a 5-minute timeout. I'm about to put you in a 5-minute timeout, Papa. You son of a bitch. Sorry, Far Secret, if you're still watching. I just have no idea what you're talking about, and you're totally owning my chat. If you're still watching, it's not me, it's you. Kaylon, it rubbed the lotion on the skin or gets the hose again. It's hilarious. Next year we might see celebrities wear human skin tones. Ugh, dude, no. I made you 2 promos, Devin. Yeah, you're right. If you make me promos, I guess you can just call me whatever you want. Call me Shirley. Fact check: PETA has killed over 40,000 animals since 1998. How dare you say that? God, why would you say that? And how many beagles has Dr. Fauci murdered? Hey, it's for science purposes. It's different. Hey, I want to make sure everyone eat vegan this Christmas. Keep the trend going, like we did at Derek O'Shea podcast. We had tick turkey, and it was delicious. I feel like that should give me a few ginger passes. Yeah. I call it handing out the G card. You know what I mean? Black people have another card. I have the G card. I don't know if I have that card either, even though my stepmom's black, so I don't know what that says. Okay, I don't know if you've seen this video. Okay. This might be the most insane question I've ever heard on a podcast. This question freaking blew my mind. And it, I hope it makes you laugh. Derek, you need a Netflix comedy special? I would love that. In due time, my friend, in due time. Okay. Wait, look at this stupid video. Wait. Okay, here we go. Get excited. I'm trying to amp it up. I'm delaying the inevitable. Okay, here we go. This is from Full Send Podcast. This is O.J. Simpson. Listen to this clip.
Are you upset that the killer of Ron and Nicole was never found?
Right now, I'm not going to discuss any of that. All right? Yeah, I think that's a pretty obvious question. Mm-hmm. But I'm not getting in that. I'm not going there.
You don't think that they're still out there?
I'm not going there.
It's the best clip I've ever seen in my life. I cannot believe freaking somebody asked that. It's so uncomfortable. It's amazing. Sleep with one eye open, Kyle. OJ is not playing. That's what somebody was just running underneath. He's still out there. He's right there. I love that he has videos of him saying, he's still out there. I'm going to find him. If they make me some comfortable vegan chalk straps for gym class, I'm in. Yeah, me too. It's weird to see OJ without gloves. Yeah, it is. I mean, this clip is so good. I have to play it again.
Are you upset that the killer of Ron and Nicole was never found?
Right now, I'm not going to discuss any of that. All right? Yeah, I think that's a pretty obvious question. Mm-hmm. But I'm not getting in that. I'm not going there.
You don't think that they're still out there?
I'm not going there.
I mean, the cojones on those guys is insane. I mean, that is the question everybody wants to ask. It's so good. Would you have the balls to ask him that question to his face, it's like you're having a conversation with a potential killer. Are you seriously gonna be like, hey, you know that thing that you weren't guilty of? I'm gonna bring that up again right now. let loose the juice. Yeah. Oh yeah, for surezies. Really? You would? I don't know. I would definitely feel comfortable asking him like via Zoom, but to his face and like so forward like that. I mean, it's just that's incredible. That's like next level skill. I'd ask OJ what Leslie Nielsen was like in real life. Leslie Nielsen is easily one of my favorite comedians of all time. Leslie Nielsen and his little fart machine is still some of my favorite videos. I put on gloves and ask for his. Yeah, okay, that's good. I like that. I mean, freaking Leslie Nielsen still gets me laughing every time. I mean, he's such a... I want to be his age and still make people laugh. I would put... Okay, this clip...
Just put it out there and we'll take a look at it.
I mean, Papa, you just made me think of... You made me think of this compilation of Leslie Nielsen just farting on TV. I think it's so good.
Just put it out there and we'll take a look at it.
Well, you always just whip me to death when I come on this show.
No,
You do.
but I just see that some people may not have... There it is. That's the...
It's just a prop. We use it in an airplane, and I have so much fun with it, so I just carry it around with me. You know?
Yeah, okay. That's... Leslie Nielsen, ladies and gentlemen.
This is Papa's fault for bringing up Leslie Nielsen.
We'll start now, then we'll begin.
Did you hear the starter pistol?
You have to have a good opening, a middle, and a good closing. So as long as you have a good opening, you're on the way. I figure that's... Yeah.
God, it's so simple. Why are fart jokes so good? I don't like... I'm a child. God, help me. Somebody help me. So, I need help so bad. All right, here we go. I saw this being passed around as well. I don't know if you know who CP3 meme is, but his compilations are so good that it's worth watching. Of Trump and Son, the real estate development. I don't know if you've seen these videos, but they're so good. CP3 meme. Make sure to follow him on TikTok and Twitter as well. Some of us are beyond help, Derek. Yeah, that's true. That's why we're here, right? What's up, Wilson, you filthy animal?
Bing, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing.
Come in.
Ho, ho, ho. I bring you the greetings of Yuletide. Ho, ho, ho. Go down to the ocean side and stand in the low tide until the high tide commits suicide.
This is wrong? No, this is so wrong it's right. When leather gets salty blood on and shrink the gloves, it must... Oh my God. Cops and women don't mix. Eating like a spoonful of Drano, sure, clean out your insides, but I'll leave you feeling better, Frank Devin.
You don't upset me. I have the feeling of Christmas and the face of Halloween.
I mean, the amount of time it takes to create that is incredible. It's 47 seconds, and I'm sure that took forever. Yeah, the spirit of Christmas and the face of Halloween. Man, how did they Trump to do that, Ben? I don't know. It's secrets. AI generated beauty, madness, all that stuff. We just talked about how going naked to promote veganism to your friends and family is important. Here's another fun fact. Liberal women walk with such swag and confidence because they're alpha male free, says beautiful and brave Angela Bacamimino. Here she is. Look at her. Isn't she lovely? What is it like to be alpha male free? You go, girl. Wait, there's a mugger behind you. Watch out. Just kidding. You could totally fend for yourself. Holy wow, my type skills are on point here. Yeah. So brave and so beautiful, Wilson. Brave and beautiful. Don't you ever forget that. I love this. It's such a typical thing. It's like in a utopian mindset world, she's allowed to express this. But in the harsh realities that is life, that there is evil in the world, she might want an alpha male, I don't know, to stand up for her if things get a little dicey with another beta male who is probably a physical abuser. You know, those type of things. She doesn't need no man, and definitely don't need no gun. She's in a gun-free zone. Are those 6-inch platforms? I don't know. Oh, dang. I didn't even look at that. Christar with the fashion sense of a beautiful and brave woman. Those do look like 6-inch. Whoa, 6-inch heels. Come on. Did her grandma make that dress? How dare you? She got it from Goodwill. You son of a. She got it from Whole Foods. You know Whole Foods has clothes, right? The times I've been to Whole Foods and I see clothes, I'm like, who's buying these clothes? I am, because they're vegan certified clothes, and I like them. She's going to be complaining about no good man on TikTok for like 3 years tops. Yeah, it's true. Until she finally meets a man and realizes, oh, this is what I've been missing this whole time. God, why didn't I speak up or say anything? Wait, she looks like a woman who's denying her biological clock is ticking? I forget. That's so mean, but so true. There's going to be a lot of independent women who are very liberal, without kids, without a lot of purpose fulfilled later in life because they've been so angry and feel like it's an empowerment move to be single and free and date men who don't want to commit to you. I honestly don't think it will last. Looks more like a junior high school home EC sewing project. Yeah, exactly. Hey, those of you watching on Rumble, please smash that Rumble button if you're watching. You could always say hello in the chat. I still have Rumble chat up. I know Rumble's not the best for chat, but you're welcome to say shalom. And if you're watching on the YouTubes, make sure you put down and smash that like button. She has to walk like that, so she does not trip over dress and platforms. That's probably true. Hitler was a vegan, enough said. Yeah, exactly. And if Hitler likes something, we have to be against it. Okay. All right, I'm going to let you guys choose what we watch next because we live in a democracy in this show. There are some things about Hitler I like. Him being vegan, I like. I love that YouTube censored that, Joshua. It's so ridiculous. I can't stand the censorship for jokes. That just makes me so angry. Smash the like button like Nancy Kerrigan on a kneecap. Okay. Which video to watch next? Okay, I have this one. Okay, this one. Pandemic stuff. And then I have, what do I have? Yeah, let's do these two. I like these two. Can I get rid of this one? No. Let's do, wait, I'll put on some music while I'm writing this. That's important. Oh. Oh, here we go. Smash that like button like Elon is smashing the DOJ on Twitter. Fucking smashed. Oh man, I'm not even talking about all that stuff. I'm so black-pilled about that whole situation. I love these people. It's just a private company. No, it's not. It's a private company using the power of the government to force censorship. End of story. Uh-oh. We're getting close. Oh. Uh-oh. We got Dr. Phil winning. Make sure to get your votes in. I'm gonna close it in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm closing ya. Wait a minute. Oh my god. Okay, we'll do another vote. We'll do another vote since 2 were close. Okay. You guys choose. Those are the 2. But I want to make depressing comments about Cenk and Anna. Me too. Okay, porn was what the one for Young Turks. And Dr. Phil is about school closures. Dr. Phil. Tonight. Dude, probably Baxter. Man, that's a great photo. I freaking love that movie. It's on my rug, dude. All right, I'm gonna close it in 5. Okay, we need, it's 50-50. Somebody put it over the line. Especially since Barry Hudson came up with the Smith monetization. Most of the media censor propaganda, yes. Smash that like button like OJ smashed the pedal to the metal because like he said he wasn't going there. Yeah. Cenk's cats won't let him cuddle. They rather freeze. Oh, that's messed up. Okay. All right, we have Dr. Phil. If Dr. Phil becomes boring, I will stop it. And we will watch something out. But I think it'd be interesting because this entire video is from the Dr. Phil show about how learning loss happened during lockdowns. And I think this is like one of the most important questions because people are genuinely do not care about some of these kids and what they've experienced during these lockdowns or other people's freaking experiences. They just said, hey, we were in this together. Well, just get over it. And now we have an entire generation of kids, which I can attest to, that is struggling with an incredible sense of social anxiety that I've never seen in my entire life. That we have so many kids that aren't picking up on social cues and they're not knowing how to deal with intense conversation because all their conversations for so long were just through Zoom because that's all that matters.
Dr. Phil, there was an awful lot of mixed messaging. If you're fully vaccinated, you do not need a mask. If vaccinated, you should wear a mask.
Demand recounts.
I hope you get ass cancer and die, you son of a bitch. I'll cut your throat. Let me introduce Dr. Caprice Young. She is the superintendent of Learn
How
for
dare
Life
you
schools
say
in LA.
anything wrong with Dr. Phil?
49,000 students in 5 states during the pandemic. She's also the former president of the Los Angeles Unified School District Board of Education. She says she was very much in favor of the school closures and wishes they had more flexibility because, Dr. Young, you say students are not...
Yeah, this election was certified. We're watching this video because y'all chose this. You should have told your friends to vote during this time. You should have been harvesting those ballots.
Not one-dimensional. There are some that are really at risk, and
That's right.
those
I mean,
that have different needs.
We were required to shut down the schools. I remember it vividly. It was Friday the 13th, March 13th, that it came down pretty much nationally on that day that by the following Monday, we all had to be closed. And what that immediately did was exacerbate all of the inequalities and inequities that are in our system. So I had students that we gave them hotspots, we gave them computers,
no cell towers.
but they had no cell towers, right? And they still don't, by the way. And that has got to be fixed. We had students who were living in multi-generational families. And when we saw COVID get into those multi-generational families, it whipped through 75% of the people in the household. So we absolutely had to be careful. But the problem was we were, in general, not allowed to have much flexibility. Thank goodness I was in a public charter school situation then, because at the time we were able to do one-on-one work with kids, still over Zoom, but it could be one-on-one instead of in the Brady Bunch Zoom style.
Yeah, which doesn't work.
And it really doesn't very well. And truthfully, classroom instruction doesn't work for all kids either.
Right.
And when I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about like, what are we gonna do now, right? And we have to have a ton of one-on-one attention. And maybe what we need is not, 6.
I mean, so I get what's going on right now where with the anxiety that is everything. She's more concerned with how the response was instead of like worrying about what does it mean to have these kids locked up forever. I found this, I don't know how long she was going to talk for, but I did find this one clip that kind of summarizes kind of the entire conversation pretty quickly. And here we go. Here's like the summary of this entire segment, I think, in this one clip. Why is my... God. Here we go.
Corey, you say that teachers' unions are substantially to blame for public schools staying closed during the pandemic. Why do you say that?
Absolutely. There are 6 rigorous studies on the topic. I did the first one with a co-author named Christos Makrides. And each of these studies found that places that had stronger teachers' unions, all else equal, were substantially and statistically less likely to reopen their schools in person. And
duh.
And the reason for this is pretty obvious to me. I don't blame the people in the system. I blame the incentives that are baked into the system itself. Think about it. The private schools are fighting to reopen from the get-go, but you had the public school teachers' unions fighting to remain closed. And the main difference there is one of incentives. That one of those sectors receives children's education dollars regardless of whether they even open their doors for business. But it was actually even worse than that with the COVID school closures because the teachers' unions started to understand that they could actually hold children's education hostage, essentially in perpetuity, to secure multiple multi-billion-dollar ransom payments from the federal government. And it actually worked out for them. This is about $190 billion in so-called COVID relief that have been allocated to K-12 education since March of 2020. That's about $3,000 to $4,000 per student on top of what the government-run schools are already spending of about $16,000 per student per year. Most of that money hasn't even been spent yet, according to the Wall Street Journal.
God. Why do they zoom in on the Asian woman? Why do they do that? I'm freaking crying. Am I the only one that got that? God. Jeez. It was her face. Yeah, it wasn't COVID related at all. Teachers Union had to say in the CDC COOF guidelines, but lecture me about what I need to trust. Yeah, exactly. And that's the biggest problem of this whole thing is like COVID was a perfect example of how far the government is willing to go for you to submit to their will and testament. They're what they deem to be true and want you to do. They'll ruin your child's education, as Papa says. The generation of children has been ruined by the government's and it just like pisses me off. I missed it. I was too busy thinking about Ukraine joke.
Journal, 93% of that funding to this day hasn't even been spent. So the public school teachers unions, I don't blame the people in the system, but they did have an incentive to keep their doors closed to secure these ransom payments. In Chicago, 2 weeks to slow the spread turned into 2 years to flatten a generation of children. You had a Chicago teachers union strike vote in 2022. They were still fear-mongering about reopening schools. The same union had to delete a tweet saying that the push to reopen schools is rooted in racism, sexism, and misogyny. You had the same teachers union ridiculed because a board member was vacationing in Puerto Rico in person while railing against going back to work in person.
I freaking remember that. Like, there are so many things around COVID that, like, I have forgotten about how insane some of our experts and leaders were acting as they told you how to act. It was just like this repetitive, insane cycle that you would just watch on the news, and then you would see what was going on with some of these leaders and trying to call them out, and then people would be like, hey, what are you doing? It's different rules for them, of course, because in communism, you know, the leaders don't have to live by those rules. It's like John Kerry. Hey, we need to fight climate change with everything we have, and you need to be driving this car, and you need to drive less, and you need to start eating vegan. And you're like, hey, but you fly in a private jet around the world and stay in wonderful hotels and have these exquisite meals. Hey, well, it's different for me. It's my job. It's something I have to do. I'm the leader. You're just the peon. You're just a little person. So shut up and stop. Buy electric, you broke bastard, okay? There was a district in Cali that received government money to open their doors for 1 week, for 1 month. It was a joke. Great education system. Yeah. Our education system is like as corrupt and terrible as our government. I mean, like our education system is such a joke. They don't care about like your education. They're just trying to push you along to make sure you graduate on time and give you the grade you deserve. Like, this idea of even graduating in today's culture is such a joke. Everybody graduates. You don't have to like turn things in on time. You know, have you seen the new grading scale system where how far an A goes down to, like in the mid 80s now, and a B is in like the low 70s? Like, our grading skill now is insane, and we wonder why we're getting stupider by the second. Hey, well, we're in an AI generation. I'll just get ChatGPT to write my my research paper now. Why do I have to be paid to think? And then we have all these generations voting on our leaders, and we're trying to figure out, like, why are some of these dumb people getting elected? Because majority of people are dumb. God, unfortunately, because our education system has failed them. Because most teachers aren't really concerned about actually teaching. They want to have little activists doing their bidding for them. That was so much insanity, so much small amount of it was hard to keep track of everything that was going on. Seriously, during COVID, it was so hard to keep track of the insanity that was the news cycle and how people react. I mean, like people like, you know, Gavin Newsom telling you to lock down, we got to shut down restaurants and stuff like that as he dines in one of the most expensive restaurants in the world, French Laundry. It's like, yay. Well, it's different rules for me, all right? You live how I want you to live, but it's different for me. And then people went around and voted for that same person. Look, I get if you're a leftist and you're like, you know what, I have these principles, I have these ideas, I have these things that I want to push forward that I deem as important for us to live by. Wouldn't you at least want your leaders to have some kind of, I don't know, integrity? No thanks. I would just rather vote for the person over the Republican no matter what. Even if the guy is a lying scumbag and is a piece of crap, it doesn't matter as long as a Republican doesn't get in office. That's how insane our politics are these days. Nobody cares about how you act, how much integrity you have, how much you lie and manipulate. It's just a matter of voting for the R or D in front of your name because that's more important of the day. Politicians head out of the Caribbean and Florida running their away from COVID restrictions. Yes, and you remember like people like CNN anchors like Don Lemon was out doing stuff like that, and AOC was enjoying Florida. You know, it's the same thing. Gavin Newsom was partying without wearing a mask on multiple occasions. Yes, Gretchen Whitmer told us to never travel to Florida right before using our money to charter a private jet to go to Florida. Exactly. Just another example of how rules for me and not for thee. Like, the same people turned around a year later and voted for her in. Never dismiss these people are the same people who tell you how to live morally, what they deem is true of the day. And then they don't care about morals. They just care about power. That's why they're obsessed with power. That's why they're so fixated on power. All you hear leftists talk about is the power dynamic and power structure because they're obsessed with power. They're obsessed with taking power. If you graduated high school with a 5th grade reading level, you're considered an honor student with that. There you go. Like, it's insane the how easy it is to graduate today. EVs are the generation's pet rocks. Yes. We're witnessing that freaking movie. We really are. I don't even want to like talk about that freaking movie. It makes me so angry. Hey, now there was something good about lockdowns, right? Nighttime street races at Walmart still being open, so I could get my Tyson chicken nuggets since the line for McDonald's was too long. Beautiful. Well, I'm glad you got your chicken nuggets. It's back. I'm back. Sorry. You know, that's the problem. It's the problem with you people. I'm back though. I'm back. Your microphone está muerto. El muerto is dead. Your microphone is dead. I accidentally hit the button. All right, now I'm ready for some chank in my life. Well done. Thank you, KB. You guys are a lifesaver. I could have been talking forever, talking about the truths of life and telling you some of the deepest, darkest secrets that there is in the world. And my mic would have been dead the entire time, and no one would have known. And that's a problem. You're back in, Jack. Oh, come on. I'm trying, K-Bean. I'm trying. During the lockdown, some kids got hold of some professional grade firework mortars, and they were launching them once every 15 minutes until 4 a.m. at night. I think there was like the same kids by my neighborhood. And I think those kids were me. That was me. I was the one shooting off fireworks all throughout the night because I was like, we're in this together. Everyone shoot off your fireworks. Tell the world about everything going on. All right, now is the time. Now we'll start a new election because I think elections are important in my chat. Here we go. Here we go. Or all right. I'm about to put in another poll on YouTube. Now, there's no election denials in here. There's no reason to
K-Bean super chatted $4.99. You're my spirit, honey mole. Tamale?
K-Bean, thank you so much. You're the best. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. You're my spirit animal. Tamale. I love a hot tamale. Sí, me gusta tamale. Sí, me gusta tamale. That's me. I love a tamale. Who doesn't love a freaking tamale? Thank you so much, K-Bean. Freaking amazing. I hope I'm a spirit animal. Okay. Now, okay. Now we're going to, now we're going to do another poll. We're going to do another vote. I preferred mild tamales. Dude, no, keep it hot. I like a hot tamale, you know what I mean? If I have to strip naked for you guys to subscribe and be a part of my community, I will. Don't forget, that's how serious we are here. Okay. I'm going to do another poll. No election denial, no insurrection in my chat. You guys need to just be okay with the election results. All right, here we go. Boom, new poll. Wait, never go full Mexican? Hey, what's wrong with Mexican? All right, I love a Mexican. I love Mexico. I love Mexicans. I love Mexico. Every person I've met literally from Mexico has been great. Plus, I love tequila. I'm a huge tequila fan. Your body processes it better. I don't have hangovers from tequila. I don't get it. Tequila is like great for me. Tequila is great for my body. Oh my God, the poll. Yeah, the poll. I respect your honesty. You're a bastard. But you fight a good fight. Not okay with election. Okay. Papa's about to get so triggered if he doesn't win this vote. He wants Young Turks. He wants porn. Not okay with Carrie Lake's election in 2022. Does anybody check in with Carrie Lake is now going to court, which is interesting. I think that'll be something interesting to watch. If the vote goes my way, then I will support the result. If the vote goes my way, then I will support the results. But if it doesn't go my way, then I know the election was rigged. I'm a plot of this podcast. Wait, is it rigged? Oh, I love the fact that... All right, I'm going to close it soon. Make sure to smash the like button if you're watching via YouTubes and the Rumbos. And Rumble, you're welcome to put in the chat. Would you rather watch something on the Young Turks or would you rather watch Joe Rogan clip? I'm watching Carrie, not too shabby. Oh, is Carrie like live speaking right now on whatever? Spoken like a true liberal. Is like turning a point for AmpFest. Is anybody at AmpFest right now? I just want to. Is she really talking? Or is it, I thought it was from earlier today. I don't know. It's hard to keep up with all these people. AmpFest. Is there really? Did anybody like think about going to AmpFest? Are they doing? They're not doing live stuff. No. Okay. Turning Point, right? Turning Point, USA. No, Carrie's lawsuit wasn't thrown out. Yeah, I did say that. I think I'm excited to see what happens with that lawsuit. I think it's important to watch.
College and high school
Turning Point USA, anything live? Nope. Okay. Did we finish? I'm gonna end the poll in 5, 4. Make sure to get your votes. We have people watching on YouTube that haven't voted yet. Make sure to get your votes in. I'm gonna end the poll soon. Smash that like button like Anna Casper's hope of having a baby. Anna's having my baby. Okay, we're listening to you, goofball, not her. Oh. The poll's in the chat. K-Bean, the poll's in the chat. 10, 9. Just go to your chat. You'll see it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am ending it. What do we got? Derek, do you really want a baby that bad? No. Oh, we got Joe Rogan. Alex Stein crashing TPS. He was Prem. I'm a top hat. KP, you're crazy. I love it. All right, here we go. We'll get Joe Rogan, and then we'll get We'll get Young Turks. The coup is being plotted. Do not form an insurrection in my chat, or else I will go ham. Okay? I will get angry. I will storm my own channel. And it will be January 7th up in this biatch. Okay? January 7th. You think I'm kidding? You try to storm my channel, and it will be January 7th all over again. Come up in here and see what happens. I will play frightening music in the background as I talk over the music, so that creates a sense of anxiety and fear within you. I'm not kidding. I'm very serious. This is an erection-free zone, says KB. Papa, you are inciting a resurrection in my chat, and I can feel it. I'm plotting a coup d'etat. This is a serious matter. I'm scared. You're scared. We're all scared. Would Joe ask her about the Adam's apple? Remember the 20th of December. Oh God, what the hell is happening? Stop it. Stop. Oh my God. What is going on? Okay. What the heck? It just started losing their mind. I love this music, me too, but it started losing their mind. All right, let's watch this. Where was I at? Oh, here we go. Now I have to plot a coup d'etat. Me too. And you must plot it. Let's plot one together against myself. That's when you know I'm serious. All right. Joe Rogan finally tells us what he thinks about Brittany Griner's Grinder.
Joe Rogan experience.
International politics scares the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
With this Brittany Griner trade for that arms dealer scares the shit out of me.
Joe Rogan, watch your mouth, young man.
Man, you know what's funny? So I had one passive I had like one understanding of it where I'm like, oh, so she broke a rule. The rule seems like not that big of a deal.
It's nothing.
But, you know, as my friend Chris recently said, rules is rules. So she breaks a rule. And then I'm like, holy shit, they're really like using her as a political pawn.
Yeah.
And then they get her back with an arms dealer, trade an arms dealer, and you wonder about whether that's somehow an asymmetrical trade. But I don't know. I don't even know what's going on. And then you just, it's kind of like, oh, glad she's back. And then talk about the outrage machine. Then you read like
Let's never forget also that Brittany Griner has an 1.8 assists per game. Okay? That kind of assist number creates almost 2 to 3 points per game. Think about what it does to the WNBA in the scores.
Narrative that'd be like,
the GOAT wouldn't trade 100 people for the Merchant of Death. Well, anybody with a brain shouldn't be doing this. It's just creating a precedent. If you're a celebrity and you go to Russia, you're going to end up in jail because we'll send whoever they need in order to get you free. Because even if you're a D-list celebrity that is a WNBA star, we'll do whatever it takes, especially if you're not white. Ew.
Like, we traded...
we should have at least got a first round draft pick for that guy. Did we ever find out what team she played for? No, I still have no idea. And the Merchant of Death will also be playing this season.
International arms dealer. What's his nickname? Dr. Death or some shit?
Merchant of Death.
Merchant of Death for a dope smoker. We didn't get the Marine back. The person didn't want the national anthem played at their games, right? And you go like, oh, there's a narrative that you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's like a well-crafted narrative that I didn't.
Phoenix Peasants. The Merchant of Death should have been summarily executed for crimes against humanity. Oh, I constantly say this about the Merchant of Death. Don't ever let these same politicians tell you about gun control when they give up somebody that sells arms around the world and literally starts wars. Again, it's rules for me, not for thee. As long as you don't have a gun, they feel safer.
And put together.
Have you ever seen Russia's take on it?
No.
Oh my God, it's kind of crazy because it turned out that they offered one or the other. They offered either Paul Whelan, who was the Marine, or
that's what they're saying.
Yeah, well, that's what NBC was saying as well, and then they redacted it and changed their story. But yeah, that's supposedly it was a 1 versus 1. You could pick which.
Hey, that story was taken back, okay, Joe Rogan, because just like Paul Pelosi's story, we're not going to actually tell you what's going on because you don't need to know what's going on. Okay? The Joe Rogan guy is stoned and still knows the deal. Hey, don't knock a stoner. You know, some stoners get really motivated to read. Thanks, Brittany Griner. We're going to have our country flooded with cheap, full auto AKs. Oh, I pray for that.
Which one?
Hashtag Putin laughed out loud.
Russia, there's this political show, sort of like a Fox News type show.
Ew,
they see if you find it, Jamie.
Oh, God, not Fox News. I'm so...
I'll send it to you if you do. Do you know what it is?
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up. It's just not, the link's not.
So in this thing, they're just completely mocking. Like, well, he's the one.
My favorite thing is anytime I like make any kind of joke about Fox News or Trump or something, people are just like, I thought you were like a right winger. I'm like, okay, I'm not allowed to make fun of stuff. No, you have to just be supportive. You can only make fun of the left. You can only trigger the libtards. That's it.
You know, he has one thing going against him. He is a man, and also, you know, he is white. Like here. Meanwhile, in Russia, top state propagandists reveal the narrative.
All this talk about illegal guns has got me so triggered. Get it? God, go take a lap, Papa. I don't want no dad jokes in my chat. Thank you.
They'll be pushing to harm Biden and enrage Americans about the exchange of Brittany Griner for Victor Bout by falsely claiming that it wasn't Russia's decision to oppose Whelan's release as opposed to Griner. So it's hard to say. This person who's saying this is saying that it was Russia's decision to oppose Whelan's release, who they think was spying. I don't know if he was or wasn't. He may have been arrested for espionage. But see if you can find the video because it's
arrested for espionage. I love how he just says that. Of course, that's like something North Korea says if you go to the country and you're just a foreigner. So this idea that he's actually an agent, just so silly. They talk about the Marine, and then there's like another guy that's also been in prison for a long time, wrongly accused, and then people are just like, let's not even bring this up. I like how our media pretends like Brittany Griner is the only American that was in that prison, wrongly accused. She's the only one because she's the only one we care about on our network. I gotta fix my camera. That is Lip Thoughts. Hi. Make sure that you only think about Brittany Griner when you think about wrongfully imprisoned. And make sure to get your booster. Thank you. Let's keep watching.
It's going to be in Russian, so
they don't have it. No, but it's
exactly.
You see the translation.
Well, people are listening though.
Yeah, we'll translate it.
He's got a great point, Joe.
Yeah, he does.
So, of
course, I was very amused but not surprised that Bout was exchanged for Griner and not Whelan. First of all, I congratulate Bout and his entire family. For many years, we have been in touch with his family and with him personally.
PSYOPs are a hell of a drug, and we've all been part of them the longer we've been alive. Oh, my God. Seriously, Wilson, I know. Sometimes I think about the things that I used to believe that aren't true. Like JFK. Let's keep going.
Personally, to the extent it was possible, we communicated with him to the extent that we could. Of course, this is a huge joy and relief for all of us. I can't even imagine. I can't see anymore, Jamie. You touched it. Just go full screen.
That's what I was trying to do.
Okay, but he was not exchanged for the heroic spy because he is a spy. Whelan is a spy.
And that's it right there, K-Bean. We couldn't get 2 for the Merchant of Death. Come on, man. That is like it in a nutshell. You couldn't get 2. You couldn't get 3 for the Merchant of Death. You couldn't get 4 for the Merchant of Death. You could only get 1 who's barely served the beginning of her life sentence or whatever it was, like 4 years or whatever.
He was apprehended while receiving information on a flash drive. He said he was supposed to get photos of churches and Sergei Posad on a flash drive. You send the church photos to WhatsApp, right? That's where we get them. Look where I've been. You don't. Quality would be decent, no worse than on a flash drive. He is a spy, therefore, to them, he is a hero. He's a hero, decorated Marine, covered in medals. He only has 1, no 2, no 3 problems. His first problem is he is white. Second problem is he is a man. Third problem, he is a heterosexual. And they're laughing.
You know, it's hard to tell if like this Russian TV is purposely trolling back or if they're being genuine. But that's at the point we're at right now. You should always question literally everything. 0 plus Brittany, I know.
This is not something that can be forgiven today. It's just a catastrophe. Yet here Griner beats him in every aspect. American voters were given a choice.
Suck on this.
A hero who suffered while serving his fatherland. A medal-covered hero who suffered during his service to his fatherland, the United States, or a black lesbian hooked on drugs. Oh, Jesus. Who suffered for a vape with hashish. And well known for the sake of PR. American voters
the only media that's not trolling us is MSNBC.
are choosing the obvious. I think for us, it's one more piece of good news. First good news is that bout has returned. And the second good news is that a nation that spits on its heroes to the extent that it considers it significantly more important to...
See, this Russian lady is talking about spitting on its heroes, talking about the Marine. But that's not a hero in this Biden administration. The hero is a black lesbian woman defeating the patriarchy and playing the WNBA. That's what a hero is to them. You don't actually have to be virtuous or have integrity or, you know, make a difference in people's life. You just make your life about yourself. And that's what's so beautiful. Hey, everyone pay attention to me. I'm the victim, okay? Oh, wow. That's somebody I want to grow up to be. I want to grow up and be a victim just like you.
Free a rightly charged, well-known athlete. She didn't suffer because she served her motherland, but because she couldn't live for 10 hours without her hashish. Instead of freeing that person in prison for 2 years for serving his motherland, this says a lot about the state of this society. So this is just like basically Fox News in Russia. It's obviously a very propaganda-driven show, but you...
Yeah, Fox News is all propaganda, unlike CNN or MSNBC or literally every single news network there is out there, including my own. I'm a propaganda network.
That's the thing about Russia. Like, you can't have a show.
Call a dude a dude TikTok trying to church it.
that shits all over the government in Russia. You could never have, like, when MSNBC was openly mocking Trump, and, you know, CNN was constantly talking about Trump, and it was jacking up their ratings. That's, like, not even possible in Russia.
Yeah.
You can't have a show like that.
The Ruskies be all over your ass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, you couldn't have a society like this. This is what people don't understand when they try to impose censorship. It goes all the way through. You will eventually get to a point where it's only state-sanctioned information that's allowed to be distributed.
Like the entirety that is the apps of Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube? What? How dare you? We don't have the YouTube files and Facebook files yet. God.
If you allow censorship. Because they've already shown that the government is deeply...
Super chatted $9.99. Derek, you rock.
I watch your show. I don't always make the live, but you're vital to freedom. 2 hearts.
Freaking K-Bean, I freaking love you. Thank you so much. That was like the sweetest message. Thank you. I don't always make a show, but you're vital to freedom. Thank you. I'm trying. That's like my goal of my show is like to have more freedom in our lives, enjoy our lives, to have more fun and have a little laugh every once in a while. Be okay laughing at both sides. I'm sick of like, that is the culture war of learning to laugh and having a conversation between each other. Thank you. Freaking K-Bean. Love of my life. The apple of my eye.
Embedded in social media. And this is one of the things that's most disturbing about these revelations about whether it's the FBI or whatever intelligence agencies were behind censoring certain people off of Twitter and
thank you so much, KB.
Removing certain people off
of
Twitter,
I love you.
Removing certain narratives and certain stories, like the Hunter Biden laptop story.
Yeah.
If you support that because it fits with your ideology, ultimately you support government control over a narrative.
Like Sam Harris. Remember our intellectual dark web hero that is Sam Harris? Because I'm on the left. I don't care if there's dead bodies on Hunter Biden's laptop. It's more important for Biden to be president. Like, what? What's wrong with you? That's the kind of insanity we're dealing with. It's a community non-following. You need to trademark that. I do need to trademark that. Thank you. I freaking do. It is a community non-following. Dude, freaking amen. All right. You guys are the best. I've enjoyed this show, but I want to end this show with Papa finally getting his wish. He has been having a you-know-what for the Young Turks and is plotting an insurrection. And I'm going to play the game. I'm going to watch Young Turks until they make me laugh. Let's see if they'll make me laugh.
With all
and let's see how long it takes. Come on, Anna. Talk to me, baby.
All the problems riddling Americans today, including poverty, hunger, just economic instability, terrible privatized health insurance that doesn't cover their needs. GOP Senator Mike Lee is focusing on what really matters: banning pornography. Because everything old is new again, and this is what he wants to spend his time on. Now, he has proposed a bill dubbed the, get a load of this, Shielding Children's Retinas from Egregious Exposure on the Net.
Okay, by the way, I actually researched what this bill is about. They are literally asking you to prove your age before you watch porn. That's it. Because you can just go on Twitter and type it in, and you don't even have to be 18. You can go on Pornhub and type it in. You don't have to be 18. This is what the bill is proposed. But of course, this network is proposing it as banning porn. Like, what? This is how they lie to you. This is how they change the narrative. This is how they like flip it on its head. And some would disagree and say, you know what, it doesn't go far enough. We should just ban porn altogether. Literally all they're asking is you to prove your age. That's it. You know, like when we grew up, you know, like you couldn't just like go to the store and buy a porn magazine. You had to like be a certain age or get your creepy uncle to buy it for you. Here we go.
Also known as Screen, which would require such websites to ask users to provide their age before viewing content. That's great. I have no problem with that whatsoever. A friend of mine told me that when you go to a porn website, they ask you,
well, it would create a government overreach of privacy. I understand that sentiment, but you also do the same. Do you do sports gambling? I do. I have DraftKings, FanDuel. I enjoy it. I have to prove my age for that. No problems there. Like I don't know. I think getting a young child addicted to porn is a huge matter, and it goes untalked about, and it's treated oddly, much the same as like alcoholism is treated, like awkwardly. People don't know how to talk about it because it's like so wildly accepted as like totally fine and totally cool as long It's like people are like, oh my God, these meth addicts, disgusting. But alcoholism is people are like, well, he's got an alcoholic problem. He's suffering from drinking a little bit too much. You know what I mean? But meth, oh my God, disgusting. To be fair, most firearm websites I visit ask you if you are 18 or older. Just click yes. That's what I'm saying. This is all the bill is proposed. To be fair, not firearms. If I go to a brewery website, I'm required to tell them my age. That's all this bill is proposing. Because you should at least have some buy-in where you just say, I am 18, I am that, whatever. Back then you had to work to find porn. So such an accurate assessment and conclusion of alcohol. Thank you. Well, it's because I work with a lot of addicts, and that's one of the biggest frustrations is like people that have been addicted to meth, been addicted to heroin, addicted to fentanyl, feel like they're casted out compared to like alcoholics are just seen as cleaner, which makes no sense because the people I work with, it's the alcoholics that have a harder time getting off the drug than an actual heroin addict. So is alcohol worse? Okay. But it's okay. You do you, boo. Yes, alcohol is one of the worst. Thank you.
Whether you're 18, and then you click either yes or no. A friend of mine said that. He wants to take it a little step further, right?
And by the way, that is a rock solid verification system.
Right.
I don't know of anyone who's lied in that verification system.
No one, ever.
Yeah.
There's never been a 15 or 16-year-old boy who has lied about his age when,
accessing that kind of material. Never.
Exactly.
Because they're honor bound. That's
totally.
what they are, teenage
100%.
boys. Yeah.
Now, let's get to the other thing that he's proposing here, okay?
Still haven't made me laugh yet.
He refers to it as the Interstate Obscenity Definition Act. It seeks to establish a national definition of obscenity that would apply to obscene content that is transmitted.
I'm hoping Cenk gets weird. He can't help himself when it comes to porn. He cannot help himself. He's going to talk about having sex with animals or something. I don't know what he's going to talk about. Cheese is still the hardest thing to quit.
Via interstate or foreign
See, John just made me laugh harder than the show.
Okay. Now, currently, there is a federal standard that defines, that seeks to...
Pornhub has blocked Anna Kasparin from being a user. They have too much dignity.
Define obscenity. It's known as the Miller test. And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I remember learning about it in college, in journalism school. I even read about it in preparing for this story. It's still really unclear to me what the Miller test means. Okay, but here's what.
Journalism school is a real thing. You have to learn how to read and not take things out of context like we do every day on this show.
The Independent reported.
What up, Brendan?
It's a 3-step test outlined by the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court in a 1973 ruling, which determines when protected sexual content crosses the line into the unprotected realm of obscenity. Lee's legislation would eliminate one of those steps, specifically the one defining obscenity as content that depicts or describes sex in a patently offensive way. Okay, but who's the arbiter of what is and is not offensive?
Well, obviously, the good senator from Utah. He's going to have to look at all that porn just to see which ones are offensive, okay? Man's got to, he's just trying to protect you guys. Okay.
Brendan, you got this, my dude.
Kidding aside, no, he's not making himself the arbiter of that. But he's actually proposing two different pieces
of... Just the profile of the stork, oh my God. Anna is planning a lavish wedding with the cashier at her local grocery store because he was nice to her. Roger me as arbiter.
Legislation.
Yes.
And what they would do in combination, actually by themselves they would do it. It would, in essence, make all porn illegal.
Yes, that's the whole point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good,
so
Brendan.
under Lee's legislation, the new standard for obscene content in the U.S. Communications Act of 1934.
Good.
Think about this for a second. He wants to go more extreme than where we were in 1934. Okay. Would be any content that, taken as a whole, appeals to the prurient interest in nudity, sex, or excretion, or depicts, describes, or represents actual or simulated sexual acts with the objective intent to arouse, titillate.
This isn't as cringy as I was hoping it to be. I'm getting really annoyed. I'd say porn is...
Or gratify the sexual desires of a person. Dude, I mean, does he know the people?
Wilson, I love you, man. Oh, by the way, guys, I am going out of town. This is my last show for the week. I'm going out of town for a week, but I will be back next week, ready to party, bigger than ever, because I'm still off on work, and so that means I get to hang out with you guys, because I want to do this. I want to do this more. Did you watch the Redacted channel? I literally watched it for the first time the other day. I don't know. It's okay. Maybe I missed something.
People can just get a VPN and watch whatever porn they want.
But if this law passes, remember, none of the sites might be allowed to put it up in the first place. So it's
What is he going to do? He's going to go after a website that's, operated out of the Netherlands, for instance?
They might. They might attack the internet providers, not attack, but regulate the internet providers and say you have to screen out this, this, and this. And so there's a lot of different things that the government could do if it wanted to do. It might not be able to contain all the porn, and trust me, it won't be able to, right? But they could knock out a ton of it and then what will they do? So knocking out porn would be first part of the problem, and a significant one, right? But he can take
porn is the responsibility of the parents to regulate. Yeah. You got to regulate the internet with the children, I mean, that's like the biggest thing is making sure you're involved in your child's life. Like I constantly talked about like how the pandemic, one of the best thing that came from COVID was that a lot of parents finally woke up to what their children were doing in school for the first time ever, and they actually cared. As somebody who was working in education at the time, I couldn't believe the things that we were talking about and how all my conservative parents could care less about what their child is doing in school because I'm too tired from work, I'm too exhausted to really press in and ask my child, what are you learning in school? Like the obvious things. It's like, well, I expect them to be learning science, math, social studies. I'm like, these are the same parents from like my generation who grew up talking about the rainforest and saving the planet and stuff like that. I don't care how easy it's the parents' responsibility. There you go. I missed the days of skin bags.
Take it to the voters. See if they like this, right? I wish he'd run on this, then maybe Evan McMullin would have won in Utah. Anyways, but the second thing they'll do is selective enforcement.
Oh my God, it was transformative for the parents to see what was happening during COVID. Yeah, so transformative. It was like refreshing for me because for the first time in a long time, a lot of like conservative parent friends that I knew were starting to even ask me, why is my child learning this? Because they knew kind of my political leanings, and they were just like, this is ridiculous. And I'm like, I know. You should have been asking.
Then they'll start catching people who are watching porn. And do you think they'll catch right-wingers or whatever? No, they'll just catch whoever the government doesn't like or the right-wingers don't like, and then start putting them in jail. And so that's how, ironically, tyrannical government takes control.
Speaking of...
What? We went from confirming the name in which... confirming your age to watch porn and giving consent to... You're going to jail if you watch porn? Like, what the... This show is so ridiculous. Let's talk about that shot, Derek. It's coming now. Claude's. You almost got me to say all this stuff.
No two people
I wish we could talk about that.
forced me to think about porn more than Josh Hawley and Mike Lee. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Why is that, Anna? They do it for you?
I wasn't thinking about excretions today.
Watch my show.
Until Mike Lee forced me to. Think about it.
Yeah, and guys, look, so I know they're obsessed with sex, and since everyone's obsessed with sex, if you want to actually target people politically, you just make looking at sex illegal, and then you can target anyone you like, right? And this guy pretends to be a libertarian, like the most libertarian person in the Senate. Like, I do want the government's, the hands off of everything.
Trust me, Anna, all you think about is excretions and box wine.
Except the one thing that everyone watches, okay? So it's absurd, But overall, look at how much the right wing hates freedom. Don't do that with your body, don't do that with your body, do this with your body.
I mean, is he completely wrong? I mean, we did get the Patriot Act from right-winger George Bush. I like Redacted Clayton, and that only makes Armageddon adorable. Yeah, me too.
body. Don't do this on your off time. Do this for pleasure. Do not do that for pleasure. F off. All the way off.
There are also, I think, some First Amendment implications here, right?
Of course there are.
I mean,
but he doesn't. He's a Republican. They despise the Constitution. So he's like, First Amendment, that was just a bump in the road till you get to the Second Amendment when we start killing people. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Okay, he got me. He got me. What the Oh, it's too much. It's too much. That show is too much. All right, guys, I'm going to go work out with my friends and Squirting ignored me too. No, never ignored K-Bean. You guys are the best people on earth. I just want to thank every single one of you guys. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. And those of you that are Jewish, happy Hanukkah. Have a great 8 crazy nights. And Kwanzaa's not a thing. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for joining me on this show. It means so much to me that you do. And I love every single one of you. I love every single one of you guys. I hope you have a wonderful night. Enjoy the week. I will see you next week. I will be back next week. Look out for what's going on. Probably on Wednesday I'll do another show. But you guys are the best people on earth. I love every single one of you guys. Tell everyone about this show. And thanks so much for commenting on stuff, for sending the super chats, K-Bean, and Willie, thank you so much. It means so much to me that you support my show. And those of you that are members this year, I'm going to take some time off and think about the whole member thing. I'm going to start doing members-only shows occasionally throughout the week because I got to give you guys perks for that and to make it more personable on those shows too, because you support me. It means a lot to me. If you want to be a member, the link is below. Join the members club. You get to use fun badges like Willie's using, and you get to have a different color name. and the more people that show up, the more badges I can promote and stuff like that. I love every single one of you guys. You guys are amazing people. Enjoy your night. And much like I was experienced yesterday, I had a hard day at work because I took home work with me. And sometimes you just can't help but do it because some people are like me who actually care about people that they work with. And that's just a part of life. But learning how to be okay when you're not okay is one of the hardest things to learn, but one of the best things you can learn as an adult is being okay that you're not okay, but it's not okay to stay that way and get help that you need. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. You guys are amazing. Love every single one of you guys. I'll catch you on the next episode of the Derek Shake Show. I hope you have a wonderful night. I'll catch you on the flippity flop as you guys blippity blop. Where's the sound? I was gonna play music and it's not even playing. Freaking I know what's going on. Okay. Derek equals hardcore. Okay, I know. You guys are the best. Have a good night. Love every single one of you. Bye. Oh, you did? You got the wait. What? You got the t-shirt? Awesome. I'm gonna look at that. Have a good one. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, guys. Bye.